Welcome to my video, but this is a continuation from the previous video. Please, if you can't follow, please go through the previous video. Okay, I have done the same thing with the delete CSS HTML. So you can see here. So if the user is authenticated, then it is the person who has created that. It will ask the question, are you sure you want to delete this or this? It will say, else it will say you are not allowed to delete this. So simple as the same thing previously. So and so that will give us a double assurance, say in case somebody cracks somewhere and try to delete, so it will be blocked at the controller as well as it will be blocked at the view. Okay, we want to discuss today about the enumerators, and we'll to do that we will create a small view page just like in the previous time. So because we have deleted that display page, we will have to do it again. So we'll create public action result, um, display return view. We'll put a couple of view bag dot message equals test message. Maybe we'll have something else. What do we call it here? It doesn't matter as long as we have represented in the same way in the view file. View bag dot info equals test info. So now right click and we'll add a view. We'll create a racer view, empty, add. Why is that? Okay, cancel. Right click, add view, racer view, add. Okay, it will show the view name, and we are not using any module class here. Just use a layout page and select add. Take a while, so we will copy this part. Okay, where are we here? Okay, we'll see whether we can see that on the other side. Yes, display. We don't need that such big size. H3, and we'll see. Just we'll list that one as. So we will put an @ symbol, so that way it will put the value of viewBag.message and viewBag.info here, and we'll debug. And okay, maybe we will add the display to our menu rather than having to type it every time. Okay, where are we? So we'll go to views, shared layout. Controller is home. and the action is display. Okay, we want to learn about basically how enumerators can be used. Okay, so it is coming up test message and test info. Maybe we can add a line in between. Yeah, okay, and that is the idea. So rather than doing it on command line, we will use this one itself. So we get the hang of it, and also we get an idea of how to use the core .NET Core 5 MVC for other issues as well. Okay, okay, we'll declare enumerator. So we'll say in a different. It is better we do this in a separate file, but for the time being, we'll do it like that. Yeah. Enumerator say car brand. So we have several types Toyota. After that we will declare different types here. Mm, now we can use the type called car brand in our programming. So we can say okay, we can send, instead of the message we can say um, car brand dot, okay, say Mazda. We'll see what happens on the display. So it displays Mazda, and also we can do it the other way. So if we say um, we can put a number and then convert it to, okay, car brand, say will, okay, and we'll see what happens on the other side. So we will change that number. So 1 2 3, there is something wrong. Wait, we'll see, we'll clean and restart here. So it is showing Honda, whereas I was expecting, okay, build clean solution. We can assign them numbers if you really want as well. So um, if you move the cursor here, you can see, so it has allocated 0, it has allocated 1, it has allocated 2. So Honda is okay, Honda is 3. So maybe we will try a different thing. So we'll see 2. Okay, before I explain the use of this, okay, little bit of playing around. Wait, display, so it displays Ford. So uh, what enumerators does is, so instead of storing these long names, basically it stores only a number. So that way we can save the memory on the computer, as well as it is very important when we have to save the data to the database. We can save space on the database by using that, because to store um, 258 uh, around 250 different brand names, we need only a single byte. So we can specify. If we don't specify what the type is, it will use the um integer. But if you want, you can use it, use byte as the type, so it doesn't change anything. So and also we can, by doing that, we can give a selection very easily. So when people when people select the type of car, or select the type of car, they can select from the selected list. So rather than somebody typing Toyota TOY or TA, somebody else might type TOYA ETA or something like that. So for both purposes, using enumerators is important in this context. So we'll see how we use enumerators in the next couple of minutes. So now we will move this file to a separate file. So this enumerator car brand to a separate file. We'll put it in the models folder. So we'll add a new class. We'll call it enumerator. Enumerators. Yeah, okay, and add. Okay, and we will have all these things in that one. So we'll copy that. Control X. We'll see whether it is complaining. Okay, car brand could not be found. Yes, okay, so it is. So that means we need to. Okay, we'll see whether it will resolve automatically. Yep, okay. Show potential fixes. Yep. So it is there. Okay, using. Yep. So it has added the using statement for including that. So that's good. And now we'll see whether it works. So okay, so it shows as Ford. And we'll look at the enumerator file. And one other enumerator we want to do, at the moment we'll leave the car brand as it is, but we'll use state. um, so the state means the, depending on the country, you might have different states. So that is what I am trying to put here. So we'll put it here. Whereas, so we have New South Wales in Australia, and then Victoria, South Australia. um, I have used bytes because it is the smallest we can use for the enumerator, and we have less than maybe 10 states, so that's okay. You can use bytes up to 256 or 255, I can't exactly remember. So but it doesn't reach that. So Western Australia, Northern Territory, can't forget Queensland. You need to have a comma at every end of every one, but not the last one. You can leave the comma after the last one. Yeah, okay. And Tasmania, okay, that's enough. We'll see whether, okay, build, rebuild, okay, and we, okay. Now we can add the state to our car model, because when people list the car, they need to, the people who are looking need to know which state the car is. So I am in Victoria, so I don't want to go and have a look at a car in Northern Territory. So that is the idea. So we will add that one to the car class public. So that is a car brand. Uh, we'll see what happens. Car brand. Yep. Okay. Um, we'll just say brand. Okay. It has not recognized this one. We'll see whether it will automatically. Yep. So it is saying using static. Yep. Okay. Looks okay now. Brand might be conflicting with this brand. Yeah. Okay. So we might choose some other method. So we will say make. Oh, what about C brand? Yeah. Okay. So, oh, so okay. All right. So I am thinking about, okay. All right. Doesn't matter. Public state. Um, you can use the enumerator name itself. I think it doesn't cause any conflict, but maybe better. Okay. Um, we'll copy this one. Now we have the class redefined, or we have added two properties. We'll see what happens when we try to start the project. So start debugging, and it should complain about the database because database is not matching with the code we have. So yes, okay, it is complaining there is the C brand and the state is not there. We'll see whether we can do it through the package manager console. So go to tools, you get package manager console, and we'll say add migration. We'll say second, give it a name. Just second name, more than one DB context was found. Yeah, okay, yep, okay. You can see the DB context files under the data folder here. So you see there are two DB contexts. So we need to mention that one. So add migration minus the context file is application DB context. We'll say second migration. So that is okay. So we'll do the same with the other one. context file is dd website context dd. Okay, and we'll do the upgrading of the database, so we'll change that upgrade database. So we are typing upgrade database minus context dd website context. Yeah, okay, and what is wrong? Okay, let me see. Sorry, it is not upgrade, it is update. Okay, okay, it is complaining about there is an object called car in the database. Yeah, okay, it looks like it is not going to work. We'll use SQL Server Management Studio directly, and we'll see what we can do. Maybe it is easier to do it there. We'll see the tables. So right click on the database, and we'll use SQL query. Um, we have to update sorry, update all the table dbo.car, and we are going to add two different. Okay, we close this one. um, we are going to alter dbo.car database, and we'll add C brand, and it will be tiny integer, and it will allow now. Okay, we'll see whether our syntax is right. You can click here to see whether the syntax is right. So it says command completed successfully. That means it is validated the command. That doesn't mean it has executed the command. So we will execute here. So it is done. So other one we have to add a state. We'll execute here. Okay, and now we'll see, refresh this page, and we'll see what is in the table. This is the table car. We see what are the columns. Yep, okay, you can see the new column names, C brand and estate. Okay, we'll start again. Okay, still complaining about migration, so we will delete all the migration files here. We don't want migration. We'll delete. So under the data folder there is a migration folder with all the migration values, so we will delete that. And okay, it is gone. We need to delete that in the database as well. because that is where it is comparing the values. We'll delete this one as well. Delete. Okay, we'll see now. Start debugging. It should not complain about migration anymore because there is no migration values there. Okay, yeah, okay, we'll see still. We'll build, clean the solution and see. Okay, there is another migration there. Okay, delete. There is no migration there. And the database will refresh and see. There is no migration table. It should, if it is there, it should be here. Okay, and we'll try again. Debug, start debugging. Okay, SQL null value exception data is null. Okay, that may be coming because there are some null values in the table, so we need to give some values to them. Okay, that's all right. Right click on the database table. We'll edit. It is only few rows, so we can do it manually, otherwise we will use a SQL command. So we will put one here, and then we'll do same here. One. We can edit them later, just to, because we are just only testing this. um, we don't want to do, we'll just check again whether it is okay. Edit top 200 rows, so it is still there. Debug, start debugging. Okay, all right, so we are there, so we can see the values. If you say create new, when we say create new, we still see the old form. It doesn't have the new properties we have added because we are using the old form. Okay, so we'll do that in few minutes, and we will copy these things in case. So create, we'll right click, copy, and we'll make a copy on the same place. So we'll paste, so it will create one we call create copy. And index is also something special we want to copy, and we'll go here and we'll paste it again. So there is an index copy. All the other files are just simple standard files, so nothing to worry. Let me see again. Debug, start debugging. Edit. Yep. Okay. Okay, for argument's sake, we will make a copy of the details file as well. Nothing there in the detail file. Okay, copy, paste, copy, paste. I can do a whole copy of the data, copy of the application, but it is easier just to copy only the essential things. So there is nothing in the edit file. but argument's sake we'll copy that. It is better to design the car class properly in the start, but general thing is that in practice we always have to add additional fields and additional properties, so that is we are doing it as a learning exercise rather than a real project. So that is why I have done it that way. Otherwise we will have a look at all the things, we will brainstorm and find out what other fields we need and do it in one go. But here we are doing it step by step. So now, okay, uh, we will create a new controller as well in the next few minutes. We'll see controller add. Let me see whether there is anything special in the controller. Just want to copy here. Okay, okay, we'll make a copy of the controller as well. Copy, paste. Controller will cause a problem because we have two files with the almost identical. So we can right click on that. We can say exclude from project. So it is still there, but it won't be active. If you want to see what is there, you can right click here. It says show all files, so it will show all the files. You can rename this one and include as the main file if you want, but if you want to see what it looks like, you can have a look at this file. Because we are going to write a new controller, so all these things will be, sorry, the car controller will be overwritten, so we want to see just how the car controller looks like. So we'll add the new controller using entity framework just as we did before, and the car, so leave this one. Yep, use layout and it will be car controller. Add, it will ask whether you want to override. Yes, will take few minutes, or not, sorry, few seconds. Waits. We will debug and see. Okay, it is referring to method not found. Okay. Yep. Okay, we'll see what we can found. It might be some. We'll go to new web package manager. Package manager. We'll see. There are a couple of updates, so 3 updates. We'll do one at a time and we'll see whether that fixes the problem. We'll update that. Okay, I accept. We'll debug again. I don't want to update the things which are working, so that is why I am reluctant to update everything. Okay, so not handled. Okay, we'll update the other two as well and we'll see whether that fixes the problem. So it has finished, and we'll see debug again, and we'll see whether we get the same error. Oh, okay, all right. So it was somewhere there. Yeah, okay. Now you see, yeah, because we set everything to number one, so it is doing it as Mazda. If you want, we can change it. We'll see. Yep. Okay. Um, brand. Okay. No, we can't change that because that is the old, still the old file. Yep. Okay. Um, okay. And now, if you see edit, um, we need to change this so that we can change the. We can have the selection of the brand and the state, and before we do that, we want to make sure we add sort of most of the um, essential properties of the car, maybe to make it realistic. So we want to have a image link so that we can upload an image later, and also description here, the whether it is auto, manual, and type of fuel, and odometer reading, whether it is a new car, used car, or demo, and the engine size, and the body type, and the color, sort of very essential things. I don't want to blow this one up. Yeah, okay, so we'll do that first, and I need to make a honorable mention of this Stack Overflow website, so everybody in programming, when they come across a problem, they will search on Stack Overflow for solutions, and we will add those things now to the car class and update the controller rather than having to update it so many times. So the ones we are going to add is okay. This is the list of the things we are going to add. Okay, so we'll copy this one and paste it and change it. We'll see. Doesn't look very nice, but we'll see. Image link, description, and the year. Maybe we can make it integer. Uh, Maybe we will create an enumerator type called gears. So it is coming up with underlined in red because we have not created that US type in enumerators. And fuel, we do the same for fuel. Odometer reading is integer. Whether it is new, used, or demo, maybe we will have a enumerator type new, used. So all this has been done. Engine size, we will create body. We will create an enumerator type for body because there can be several types like pickup trucks, and some people consider them as cars. So we'll have a variety of body types. And the color, maybe color also we can have as an enumerator type. Public color, okay. See, we in Australia and Britain use COLOUR, whereas in US they call COLOR, so doesn't matter. So we'll copy that part, and that's all. So we need to create enumerators for these types. We'll just copy and paste it to enumerator page and do that later. Not that one, not that one. Yep, okay, so these things we need to create. Okay, and and we don't need that part. Delete. We don't need that part. Delete. Hmm? Okay, we will change that. And who new comma used body color, just put 2 for the time being, white. Okay, we'll build rebuild solution here. Okay, wait. Okay, we succeeded. So almost everything we can use byte. So we will copy that part and then we will see whether we can run the database update this time, because we have updated some new get package manager console, and update database. Yeah, okay, we'll see. Yep, okay, same error. We'll see what we can do with more than one context. So we type the context name. Okay, and okay, looks like it has succeeded, but we'll see. Yep, okay, so it has not yet. We will manually do like last time, manually going into SQL Server Management Studio. See you soon in the next video. Thanks for watching.